Hi, I'm Kevin Allen. Welcome to KAP-TV. And today's topic is the advocate's approach. You know, when I was a kid, we used to watch a television courtroom drama called Perry Mason, and it featured a very intense defense attorney, and this guy always won his case. And the storyline was always the same. It involved his client being put on trial, I don't know, for murder. It seemed to me at the time that in almost every opening scene, Perry would lean on the railing, he'd look directly at the jury and say with gravity and earnest, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that my client could not have committed the murder." The courtroom drama would then unfold. Evidence, anecdotal and factual, would be presented as exhibits. You've heard the thing, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and so on. And in a swirl of dramatic tension, Perry Mason would deliver the impassioned close, asserting that, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I've proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that you should free my client because, as you have seen from the evidence, he's an innocent man." Now, I don't like to make the notion of delivering a pitch a presentation. Instead, imagine that, like Perry Mason, you're in a court of law, arguing an important case. Real-life lawyers speak of the techniques of litigation, reeling off things like preponderance of evidence, burden of proof, and putting forward a comprehensive argument on behalf of a client. This, of course, is precisely how an effective pitch should be approached. A good litigator, like a good pitchman, uses all the elements at his or her disposal. Things we've talked about, like the real ambition, the credo, or a conceptual target, the profile, and of course, the all-important hidden agenda, the unspoken, visceral, emotional motivation behind the purchase, all in perfect combination with brutal clarity and, most of all, persuasive logic. So how do you structure your advocate's approach? How do you become your version of that fictional Perry Mason? A successful pitch is speaking in the logic of emotion that's directed at the hidden agenda. Strike at this emotional motivator, and you strike at the heart of your customer's desire. Creating your argument begins with a powerful themed opening, directly reflecting the hidden agenda of your audience. If you manage to combine in compelling, pithy, and emotional terms the essence of your pitch, you will know you have a great opening. What comes next is a crisply organized recitation of compelling evidence, all of the things that you have in support of your argument, to an essential core that can be shared and understood by virtually everybody you're pitching to. Distillation to an essential core is a step the majority avoids. As a result, the presentation is cluttered, unclear, and lacking in motivation. Distillation to this essential core, this argument, is an act of courage. I mean, you've got to decide in favor of the single nucleus of what you are and what your organization is, arrived at the exclusion of other possibilities. Of course, clearing out all of the complexity in your argument and focusing light on a simple fact is hard. It calls upon you to be honest with yourself. It requires a brutal decisiveness. But I promise you, done correctly, this process of distillation is the key element that will separate you from your competitors. It's the superstructure around which your pitch is constructed. Finally, if you provide an irrefutable close that summarizes the crushing weight of logic that underpins your pitch, you will be remembered. Your summary, your summation, or your close is a compelling examination of the relationship between the facts and the arguments you've presented. It's a rousing review of the case that you've made and what you want your audience to do. This is the organizing principle of the case, around which all of your facts and support is arrayed. When we pitched for MasterCard and delivered the priceless program, the hidden agenda of concern over the ability to triumph over Visa was built into the entire argument. This theme and its opening and its close was at the core of the entire argument. And it went something like this: Carpe diem. Do you see these words before you? It means seize the day. It is because this is your day, because Visa's platform of conspicuous consumption will be overrun and MasterCard will become the preferred card in customers' wallets, but more importantly, in their hearts. I'll never forget it. Of course, you're never going to win every argument you make, but remember, Perry Mason, he fought hard on behalf of his clients and specialized in unusual, difficult, or even apparently hopeless cases. But like his real-life business counterparts, he knew that you don't have to be the biggest guy in the room to overwhelm, just the one with the most convincing argument. Okay, attorney for the prosecution, you may proceed. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.